Trudeau and his Liberals dropped their sunny ways once again. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. When he was trying to get elected, when he was just auditioning for the job of Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau liked to promise that if elected, he would run the most open and transparent government ever. This is something that all parties will do when they're trying to unseat the other guy. They use it to imply that the current government's hiding something that they don't want to tell you, and that they'll be different. They'll be upfront with how your money is spent and where abuses might be happening. And then they get in power. Once again, Justin Trudeau and his Liberals have decided that rather than openness and transparency, they're going to favor opaqueness. The latest example, an order paper question from the Conservatives looking to find out, well, exactly how audits are going on in Indigenous and Northern Affairs Canada. Which bands are under forensic audits, how the audits have been going, what's the status of them, what did they find out? And we are going to find out pretty much exactly nothing from this order paper question. Why? They don't want to lead to speculation. That's right. In order not to lead to speculation about what might be happening, they're going to tell us nothing, which will lead to speculation. Don't take my word for it. Let me read directly from the response tabled in Parliament just this week on why they're not going to be releasing information on forensic audits. INAC does not provide names or titles of forensic audits because this information may lead to speculation. Okay, now I'm speculating about why they're not giving us the information about how many bands might be under audit. Is it really that bad? It's got to be. Something's got to be up here, right? See, openness and transparency would take away that speculation. I'd have to read pages and pages of information, sure, with the private information redacted, but I'd be flooded in paperwork. And I'd say, well, I guess they're following up on this. Instead, now we're sitting here wondering why. Why won't they release the information? We know that Justin Trudeau and his Liberals, one of the first things that they did when they came in was to tell bands across the country, most of whom were complying with the Financial Accountability Act, that they no longer had to table the documents with the government showing how band money was being spent. You remember this. It was the legislation that helped discover there was a chief making almost $1 million a year in Vancouver when his people were living in poverty. This sort of thing is exactly what all levels of government need. More openness, more transparency, just like Trudeau promised time and time again.
We'll run an open and transparent government. We will make information more accessible by requiring transparency to be a fundamental principle across the federal government. I'm here to talk about our comprehensive plan to modernize government. It starts with openness and transparency. We're moving forward with a reflection on a broad range of things that our government policy that we might need to improve or tweak to suit the openness, transparency, and expectations that Canadians have of this particular government.
But while he said those words, he's not living up to them. It's, as always, putting me in mind of my favorite movie.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Here's the bottom line when it comes to Justin Trudeau and openness and transparency. If you're one of his friends, if you're one of his allies, say like, First Nations leaders, the leadership, not the people living on the reserve that may want to know how audits are going, where their money's been spent. But if you're among First Nations leadership, then you're going to be protected. You won't be required to provide openness and transparency. If you're a union leader, you're not going to be required to provide openness and transparency. This is old-fashioned protecting your friends, protecting your allies, and giving them special treatment you wouldn't give anyone else. Not providing information on forensic audits so that you don't lead to speculation only leads to further speculation. And now you are going to be wondering, what exactly are Trudeau and the Liberals trying to hide? If you liked the video you just watched, make sure you click here. Never miss a Rebel video again.